Hello everyone and welcome to some mini motorways. Today we're going to be talking about free speech in gaming and why I personally think it's maybe disappearing a bit. I actually asked this question in my Discord, so I have that pulled up to my side. I'm going to be looking at some other people's opinions that may or may not agree. You can join the Discord, the link is in the description. I can't believe the turnout. A load of people joined. There's like 150 people, it's crazy. Let's jump into a game here real quick. This was actually quite a popular game like 2 years ago, but I haven't seen much of it recently. I actually have a decent bit of time. I have like 11 hours on this, which I feel like for the type of game that it is actually quite a bit, like, because this is quite a chill game. There's an oh Jesus Christ. Whoa. I apologize anyone that was watching this at nighttime. Holy shit, I just flashbanged everyone. For anyone that doesn't know what this game is, you'll kind of pick up on it pretty quick. You're just trying to get people to a destination, and every time they get to that destination, you get a point. So basically, I'm just going to connect this house, and as soon as this car gets to this place, I get a point, and that is literally the game. So free speech, this is something that could kind of be applied to the entirety of the internet, but for the sake of keeping this video concise, because this could go literally anywhere, I'm just going to stick to online gaming. So recently, I've been seeing more and more people on Reddit talk about how they've been wrongfully banned on the game League of Legends. Basically posting screenshots of them saying something like, "Fuck, my bad, sorry guys." And that's kind of what prompted this video. Getting banned for apologizing for your own mistake just because you said a swear word, like, that is crazy. To give you some examples of my own experience, in the two and a half years that I've been playing League of Legends, I've been chat restricted twice. The first time I was playing ADC, basically a role that involves me having a teammate next to me, and that teammate started to become quite toxic because we were losing the game. Not long after, they started all chatting and being super friendly to the enemy team, and then asked them to report me. I ended up saying in all chat, "He's only kissing your ass, so you report me," and literally just that one sentence got me banned. To give an example of a different game, recently, a few weeks ago when I was recording a Bed Wars video, one of the people on the other teams was being really toxic for some reason, just kind of like taunting and stuff, like nothing crazy. I said nothing, I didn't really care, other than the fact that I was like, oh, this is kind of weird. We ended up winning, and I went to type in chat easy, and it got filtered. It didn't get like muted or anything, it just got changed to some random phrase or something. I don't even remember what it was. These kind of things, in my opinion, are super minor. I really don't think they should be punished. So we gotta think, like, where is this stemming from? Like, why are games being more and more heavily monitored over these past couple of years? I think the obvious thing is the popularity of gaming, COVID, getting everyone online at the same time, getting people that didn't play video games involved in video games, and companies want to make more money. They really don't care about the toxicity. They just care about money, and to get more money, they need more players. To get more players, they need less toxicity. And you often hear people say, like, oh, people are just getting so soft. It's kind of interesting to think, like, are people getting soft, or were people always like this, but now with the rise of the internet, more people just have a platform to let their opinions be known, especially TikTok. I kind of mentioned this briefly in my TikTok video. People mightn't exactly be getting softer, even though I think they are. I think to a certain extent, people have gotten a little more sterile. I just don't think it's quite as bad as people make it out to seem. I think it's a combination of, yes, that's kind of the way things are going, but also there's that social media platform, that social media presence that people now have to let that opinion be known. You know, I think it's a combination of both. And when you add into the mix the rise of casual gamers, so people that aren't, you know, die hard, constantly online type people, I feel like gaming before was kind of all or nothing. Like, you played video games or you didn't. You know, it was kind of one of those things that was seen as like nerdy, but then nerdy kind of became popular. It was kind of cool to be a little bit of a nerd, so there's a lot more casual gamers willing to play games because they know they're not going to get made fun of or something, you know. And I think that's definitely where the majority of the problem comes from, because really it's the hardcore gamers that are creating this sense of toxicity. You know what? I could cut that out the video, but I won't, because I think you guys would find that funny. But I think it's more of the hardcore gamers, so to speak, that are the ones pushing the limits of chat restriction, and it's the casual gamers that are being protected from it. If a hardcore gamer flames another hardcore gamer, they'll just go at it, and neither of them will really care. But if a hardcore gamer flames a casual gamer, the casual gamer is probably not going to do anything about it. Either they will actually put two and two together and mute this person, or they won't mute them, take the abuse, and then afterwards wonder why people are so toxic. And this is where this topic gets really messy. Like, this is such a sloppy topic, I think, because it's so subjective. The amount of times I've said in League that I'm going to report someone and they go, "Why?" and I say toxic, and they laugh like, what did I even say, when 3 minutes ago they told me to kill myself and hope that my entire family gets cancer. Like, any reasonable person would obviously deduct that that is toxic. That is quite literally the definition of toxic. But as you start to come down the line, it gets a little more blurry. If someone is talking a lot but not necessarily toxic, is asking them to stop talking toxic. So I think to put my opinion out there, which by the way isn't completely set in stone, like this is something I've been thinking about quite a bit and I'm still up in the air about. I think I would say that free speech should be allowed in video games. Nobody wants to be censored. Nobody wants to worry about what they have to say. The problem is hate speech is free speech and hate speech is inherently subjective. I think most of us would agree that being racist, sexist, homophobic is obviously hate speech, and that's why this topic is so messy, is because some people might say calling someone fucking fingerless because they don't know how to play the game is hate speech, and other people might say like it's free speech. It might be kind of toxic, but it's free speech, I guess. And to tie it back to the companies, free/hate speech is subjective, but companies are trying to make it objective. Companies are trying to make what they say absolute, and they try to pawn off what they're saying as, oh, it's for the, you know, it's for the greater good of the game. We don't want a toxic community. We don't want people feeling unwelcomed, when really it just kind of feels like a cash grab to a certain extent, at least with some of the bigger companies. I'm going to be kind of looking at Microsoft here and Riot. But what makes me hypocritical is that hate speech is free speech. I'm saying yes, free speech, no hate speech. Also tying back to this whole idea of social media, whether or not people are getting softer, I think we all can agree that there's been so many more like new slurs, like words being considered slurs now than ever before. And that's a lot of what makes free speech subjective, because homophobic slurs, or at least most of them, right, the most common known ones, I would consider that hate speech. Racism, hate speech. Sexism, hate speech. But then again, I wouldn't consider the word bitch sexist. I know a lot of people think that that's a sexist word. I'd call a guy that, I'd call a girl that. It doesn't matter what or who you are. To me, it's just kind of like another swear. I'd call myself a bitch, but a lot of people would think that's a sexist term, and it doesn't matter how you use it. If you use it, you're sexist. A lot of people think the word fat or obese is fatphobic. You'd have overweight people using racist slurs, and then they're like, wait a minute, you can't call me fat. That's fatphobic. I think it should all be fair game within the confines of the game. I think if you're playing a game and someone starts flaming you first, you should just be able to let loose. Keep it within the confines of the game, right? Don't make it personal. Don't talk about people's families. Don't be sexist, racist, homophobic. Don't go wishing diseases on people, right? But you should be able to keep it within the confines of the game. If someone on my team is absolutely fucking garbage and they are literally inting or throwing the game, I should be able to say, uninstall, you fucking dog. Like, now, is it toxic? Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, fuck it. If I call someone trash, that's toxic of me, right? I think it also depends on the game. I think competitive games should have a little more wiggle room. If you're on a Minecraft multiplayer server, I mean, for sure, you should be able to say easy. Should you be able to call someone trash? Maybe not, right? Because Minecraft's a little more of a casual game. There's definitely levels to it. I think all around, all the games I'm playing at the current moment are way too harsh. That being said, I also think that hate speech should be even more heavily punished. I've seen people, you know, use the N-word and then get a 3-day chat restriction on League, and yet I could call a genuine griefer a griefer and I get the same punishment. Like, that's not right either. A chat restriction only stops you from chatting so much. You can still chat, you just don't get as many messages. If you're sexist, homophobic, you shouldn't get chat restricted. You should just get fucking muted, you know what I mean? Like, instead of a 3-day chat restriction, you should get like a 7-day chat ban. And this may or may not be a bit of a hot take. I think censoring people and punishing very minor toxicity actually makes people more toxic. I'm not even joking. When I was going through that phase of playing a lot of League and my teammates would like just flame like crazy, either they'd flame me, flame each other, knowing that I couldn't flame them, I have all the tools available to me right now to call this person trash, but I just can't because I know I'll get chat restricted and I don't want to risk getting my account banned that I put hours upon hours into and money into to buy skins. That filled me with a certain type of rage that I can't quite describe. And League even said it themselves in a video. They were looking to give more and harsher punishments to people that were toxic for the very first time than to any of the people making multiple accounts. Like, how fucked up is that? And then they wondered, this is a whole different topic in itself, they wonder why the game is so fucked up with like smurfs and griefers and why people are like buying accounts. It's because people that are repeat offenders of being like racist, for example, are just getting chat restrictions, and then they might get their account banned after, you know, 10 fucking warnings, and then they just go and they get another one, they buy another one. If you're demonstrating that level of hate speech and you're getting that many warnings and then you get an account ban and you can just buy another one, like, you should just straight up get like a 7-day chat ban. If it happens again, account ban. If it happens again, IP ban. Like, fuck off. But to put that on the same level as like telling someone to uninstall the game, it's so, man, it's so fucked up. And I think having people worry that like they mightn't even even be able to say a swear, even if it's in good faith, like the example I gave at the start where someone said, fuck, my bad. Having people worry about even saying that, why have all chat in the first place? There are mute features. There's so many different mute features. In League, you can mute just pings, you can mute just messages, any sort of communication before you even log into your first game of League. You could play League for 10 years and never experience a single message. And unfortunately, it's just gonna happen in the real world. You are gonna have times in your life where you come across just shitty people and you just can't mute them. That's not how real life works, you know? Like, not to be that guy. If you're getting cyberbullied, just close the laptop. I think a good example of this is Valorant versus CSGO. The community on Valorant it's so fucking dog shit. And of course, being a Riot game, that is heavily monitored. And yet the people I get in that game are so fucking toxic. Compare that to CSGO. Sure, on CSGO, when you find someone toxic, it might be a little more intense because they know they're not going to get banned, but the frequency of which you experience that toxicity is so much lower. Now, to be fair, Valorant is a casual game, okay? I don't care how much you love watching competitive Valorant. It is a casual game. It will never be competitive. It is a casual game. So I think having that level of restriction is okay for a game like Valorant, but then League of Legends, under that same company, is a through and through competitive game. It shouldn't have the same level of restrictions. I don't think hate speech should fly on either of them, but I think you should be allowed to be as toxic as you want on a competitive game, while maybe not going straight to chat restriction, but just receiving a warning and then chat restriction on something more casual like Minecraft or Valorant. So I'd definitely be interested to know what you guys think down below in the comments. Okay, this is starting to get pretty cluttered. I'm gonna shorten this motorway. We're getting pretty close to 1,000. The score does kind of multiply, so I think we'll hit 1,000 pretty fast. Oh shit, man, this purple one's starting to get so clustered. You know what? We're gonna move this motorway over here so that we can give the red houses away over to here. You know what? This looks kind of sloppy, but I think it's weirdly organized. Okay, so I'm gonna jump over to Discord and see what we have people saying. I said, do you think free speech should be allowed in online games? To what extent and why or why not? I feel like, actually, you know what? I should have also asked people what games they play. I definitely feel like a vast majority of my viewer base are fans of Osu, which is obviously, you know, a single player game. And the Osu community more so engages with each other outside of the game. So there's less likely to be that toxicity. There's less likely to be that headbutting, I guess. Someone else said, say what you want, but slurs are too far. Yeah, I guess this is kind of the point that I would agree with. Being toxic in video games is a shitty thing to do, but I don't think it should be punishable as long as it's related to the game. So yeah, I don't think anyone wants to flame in game. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you come across people and you're like, wow, they must only be playing this game purely to piss other people off. But I don't think anyone truly wants to flame. You know, something happens that sets them off. Meanwhile, my friend calling me retard just because I'm bad at the game. Oh no. I think it should be allowed. Sure, if someone says something racist or something really bad, they should get punished. But overall, I feel like people get insulted way too easily online, especially because most of the time, online people just say whatever and don't even think or care. I think actually, kind of interestingly, people knowing that others face the same severe repercussions for being just a tiny bit toxic, or like for just flaming just a tiny bit, they like abuse that. You know what I mean? Like, if you were done over wrong by the system and then you got chat restricted, I feel like you would then try to hold other people to that same level. And I'm not gonna act like I'm innocent of this as well. Having gotten chat restricted for the little things that I said, anytime someone says anything sort of like flamey that I would be okay with myself saying, I report them as well, knowing that I got fucked over. So if I get fucked over, everyone's getting fucked over. You know what I mean? Like, so I think that's actually, yeah, that's an interesting point. This person says they don't agree with free speech because of the toxicity and chaos. Moderation that doesn't allow someone to speak for such reasons makes free speech impossible, but it's much needed. True free speech is impossible online, at least, but it's much needed. It would be interesting to just remove chat from League. Kind of going back to the point I said where having people feel like they're being restricted or confined makes them more toxic. It's because the option is there. You know what I mean? It's the option for them to flame is there. They just can't. Whereas if you just completely remove chat from the game, there was never an option to flame. You just put up with it. And then also people like myself who only flame when flamed will never flame because we never get flamed. It's never gonna happen, man. It's never gonna fucking happen. A company like Riot, again, going back to the whole money grab thing, they're teetering on perfection when it comes to money. They're virtue signaling, saying, oh, we want to remove toxicity so that they get more players. But also they know completely removing chat, it wouldn't spark the same level of drama. You know what I mean? Like, people getting wrongfully banned and people talking about how toxic League is like, it's part of what probably drives a lot of money to them and keeps them relevant as a game, you know? Anytime there's a discussion of toxic online communities, League is there. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I think it's GG. Oh shit, wait, yeah, we got timers on 4 different places and there's a crazy backlog here. Oh my god. Why is nobody going to this purple place? What? Oh my god, okay. What if I just there? Oh, no, I think it's over. It's Jover, guys. It's Jover. Not bad. 1,550, not bad. That's actually pretty good. What if we look at the leaderboard here? You know what? Top 15%. That is not bad. I'll take it. I'll take it. Yeah, that's gonna be the video. That's all I gotta say on the matter. I really want to know your guys' opinions. You can let me know down below in the comments. I like the idea of like asking people in the Discord this question. I feel like it adds a nice element to the video. So again, if you guys want to give your 2 cents the next time I do a video like this, you can join the Discord. The link is in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.